How Marion Works, a podcast series dedicated to informing you of the inner workings in all areas of Marion government and public services. Thank you for listening. Welcome, everyone, to Season 1, Episode 15 of How Marion Works. I'm your host, Layla Price-Bodkin. Today's episode features the Gardens of Monteiro Park. 3 garden staff members are here today with me. Director of Events and Programming, Julie Fauser, Horticulturist, Julia Glessner, and Maintenance and Operations Assistant, Melissa Rogers. Welcome, everyone, to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Oh boy, here we go. Okay, we're going to just start with a little fun question, as I always like to do. And I thought this would kind of be fun since you guys are out at the gardens. And what is your favorite season and why? Julie Fauser, I will start with you.
Well, I have 2.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. So I love spring because everything is blooming. The grass is turning green. Love that. And then in the fall, of course, the changing of the leaves. So
love it.
Spring and fall.
And ideal temperatures.
Yes.
How about you, Julia?
Spring is my favorite. Everything comes back to life. Like Julie said, it all greens up. The trees start blooming, and we start thinking about putting the annuals in the ground and try not to worry and stress about all the work that goes along with that. But just as everything comes back alive.
And you've had some time to chill in the winter time and re-energize, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What about you, Melissa?
Well, kind of like Julie, I really like the spring and the fall. More so the fall, simply because I love the transition of the leaves and things are coming out of the ground. It's just a lot of fun. I like digging stuff out of the ground.
Awesome. I'm with you. Spring is my favorite season. Just being able to start anew, like a fresh start, is kind of a cool. I love to see everything come up. I was born on Easter Sunday, actually, but I was born this spring. And I don't think anybody would say winter is their favorite season or even summer because it's just extreme.
It is. It
But,
is.
If they do, they need their heads examined.
Yes, because you ladies are, the peak of your lifestyle out at the gardens.
Right.
And it is hot out there. So
yes, ma'am.
Thank you for just joining me today and being in the air conditioning here at Frequency Canvas Studio. Okay, so we're going to get started with just like a good, idea of everyone. Where were you born and raised, and a brief background? Julie Fauser.
Okay. Well, I was born and raised here in Marion.
Nice.
Love it. I was hired on to the city in February of 2012 as the director of programs and events, and I actually oversaw all the rentals at the garden house.
Okay.
So
Are you a Marion grad?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. And then, so like kind of before you even got started with the city, what were you into right after either high school, or did you go to college, or did you have like a long-standing career before this?
Well, oh my gosh, where do I start? Graduated from Marion, go Giants, and then moved to Florida, Jupiter, Florida, where I worked for Burt Reynolds.
Okay.
And that's where I met Mark. And I was down there for about 6.5 years. Met Mark, got married, moved to Los Angeles.
You met him in Florida. Okay.
Yeah, listen to that.
You guys were both working for Burt Reynolds.
Yes.
Okay.
I was there longer. Mark was an apprentice, so he was an actor there.
Yes.
I worked on staff, met him, got married, like I said, moved to Los Angeles, was out there for about 8.5 years.
Wow.
How
was that?
It was exciting. I mean, it was overwhelming and big, and but it was new. Mm-hmm. And since that was what Mark was pursuing as a writer and a director and an actor, we had a lot of new experiences out there. So in 1994, we had our daughter Kiki had an earthquake, the North Ridge earthquake. And I was like, okay, can we please go back to the Midwest? Because Mark is from St. Louis. Mm-hmm. So we moved back here. and to raise the kids. Didn't think we'd really stay that long and go back out. And now we've been here 30 years.
Mark, where's he originally from?
St. Louis.
Oh, that's right. He's a big baseball fan.
A huge Cardinal fan. Huge Cardinal fan.
Well, not that your job is not exciting, but I love to just get a sense of your history. It's all so fascinating because it's just like, okay, this is where you are today. And
yes,
sometimes we come full circle. Sometimes people just stay here. And so I was curious.
Yeah. And while we were living here, Mark became a part of the board of the Community School of the Arts, and then was the director and brought it to the downtown square. And so I was really involved in that, and then raising our kids. And then that's when, like I said, in 2012, when my older kids were off to college, and I decided, this position came available at the city. And I was like, okay, I'll at least try. And I got it. Love it. Love the people I work with. And so from there, my position isn't that sweet. anyway. So yeah, I feel like I've learned a lot from working with, like I said, as a volunteer at CSA and wanting to help raise the bar with that, and then was able to become a part of the city and working at the gardens. It kind of has changed my life. So,
Julie, you're pretty versatile because you've done a lot of different kinds of things, and now I feel like you're doing what you love, being outdoors.
Oh, I do.
Is that right?
I do. Well, when it's 90 degrees, it's a little rough, but besides
right. And then when you're trying to get ready for big events.
Oh, I know. I mean, because we really push hard before the July 3rd fireworks event.
That's right. We'll talk about that too, because I would love to do a recap here later.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but that's what brought me back home to raise our kids. And then, like I said, we got involved with the community. Mark saw great talent in so many people here. So that's why he got involved at CSA. And then, with
city, and now with Marion Community School.
I know. So listen to that crowd.
He's quite versatile too. So. Shout out to Mark.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
But anyway, so, but I do love the gardens and the people I've worked with in the past, and the two ladies here that I work with, I'm blessed. So
awesome.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to throw a curveball, Melissa. I'm going to have you go ahead and go because I feel like you're a little bit more nervous. So I want you.
Oh, absolutely, I am nervous.
I just really appreciate all of you for just sharing a background. So where were you born and raised?
I was born and raised here in Marion as well. I don't know too
all of
much.
your schools. Where are all your schools?
Well, I went to Marion, Eastbrook, Lakeview, Oak Hill. Been a little bit of everywhere.
Oh, wow.
I graduated from Eastbrook in 2018, and then I went straight into the workforce and ended up here. And it has been my favorite job. I love this place.
Nice.
It has definitely helped me grow as a person. I've became a much more independent, functional adult. And it's been a great blessing. I do love my job.
What kind of work were you doing when you just jumped into the workforce after high school?
I did fast food for a while. I mean, I was a kid straight out of high school, and then I went to the pet store Art in Motion down on the bypass, and that was awesome. I was there for 3 years, I believe.
Nice.
And actually, a lot of the knowledge that I gained from there has taken over and helped me here with the knowledge of the fish and the koi pond, the certain plants and stuff. It's definitely been great.
That is cool. It segues into a really nice career for you.
Absolutely.
And you have a full-time job with the city?
Yeah.
And so what year were you hired?
I was hired in 2023.
Cool.
So in February, it'll be 3 years, and it has been the best 3 years.
Awesome. That is awesome. You've got a really great team out there, even though it's small, but it is
mighty.
It is
small and mighty. mighty.
Now, Julia, okay, I'm going to ask you, first of all, you've got to tell me where you're born and raised and basically your education up until now.
Grew up in Miami County, went to a little high school called North Miami. After that, I graduated from Purdue with a degree in horticulture.
Wow.
And ended up with my husband, moved to Wisconsin, lived up there for 4.5 years, moving around different places.
Wisconsin. What were you
Yep.
doing up there?
He worked for a well-known retailer that is no longer in business.
Okay.
And I just kind of followed along and got a job wherever I could with him.
I hear you. I've been there.
Thank you.
Been there, done that.
Yeah. Moved back here, started our family. We opened our own business. And
Here in Marion.
actually it was in Warren.
Okay, gotcha.
Because that's where I live now. Just
kind?
southern Huntington County.
What kind of business
It was a retail furniture store. Retail furniture store.
Yes.
So I've worked retail. I've owned my own business. I've worked by myself, for myself.
Cool.
After that, raised our daughter. My husband did pass away 20 years ago, so it's been a challenge at times, but we're all good.
Yeah.
Was hired on here in 2015 to work in the gardens.
Originally,
Yes. Yep. Loved it. Enjoyed it. I did leave in 2020 to go to the Parks Department in Fort Wayne, and I worked at the Botanical Conservatory for almost 5 years.
Oh, it's owned by the parks, or it's basically part of the parks?
Yes, it is
I had
part of
no
the parks. That was an entirely different experience. Learned a lot professionally and personally. But I always missed the gardens. Always missed it. Because no matter how hard I tried, it was not the gardens up there.
Yeah.
The gardens it's just, there's just something about it. So, Mrs. Fauser put a bug in my ear and put a
fairly recently.
Yes.
Yeah. So as of February of this year, I am back, and
Yay!
it was like I never left.
I know Julie was very excited to have you back,
Julia was very excited as well.
Well, good. I mean, you're growing as a professional.
Yeah.
It did help you.
Absolutely.
It gives you a taste of different experiences.
Yeah.
And now you're back, and we're so happy
Yes.
to have you back
Thank
because
you.
being a horticulturist is very important to have that knowledge in the gardens. And that kind of just brings me to talk about basically, who wants to talk about how the gardens even started in the first place? Does anybody want to share?
I can share.
Okay.
The gardens was built, I believe, in 2010.
Yes.
Garden house in 2012. That's when I was hired to come on to run and help with the garden house rentals.
Nice.
The meadow was finished in 2016.
Yes.
So when Mayor Wayne Siebold was in office, him and Doug Darga,
Yep.
it was it was their idea. Doug has this love for Mackinac, and his wife, who is extremely talented as well, Dawn Darga. I think between the three of them, they had this idea, which used to be an old softball diamond. And I know that there were some people at the time that weren't happy about the change. I don't do change well myself, so... But, oh my gosh, look what has become.
Right.
When you have an award-winning gardens here in our little community.
Yes.
It just, I think it's one of the bright spots.
Absolutely.
And so again, I feel incredibly blessed and grateful to be able to work out there. I remember when Doug was here working before he went back, or he went up to Mackinac, and now he has his own landscaping business up there. But he said, hey, would you like to come out to the gardens and work with us on the grounds? I was down at City Hall doing more of the events, and I also raised money for the city for like the pickleball courts or concerts in the park or whatever at the time. And I'm like, well, sure. And Julia was down there, and I didn't want to leave. And so
it's a place to be.
I fell in love with just working down there on the grounds. I didn't have a lot of experience.
Yeah.
Learned a lot through Doug and Julia. And so I think that's how it took off. I think originally it was just the gardens. And then I think the mayor at the time wanted an event center. And I think originally it was just an outdoor shelter structure.
I think you're right. Yeah.
So,
Gotcha.
and the farther that, they were working on this, it became an indoor, which is nice. In hindsight, it would have been beautiful if it would have been a little bit larger, because in the earlier years, we were renting the garden house out for 2 to 3 years out. It was insane. And we're still quite busy, luckily. But it's really nice when people come in to the gardens and they're like, wow.
Yeah.
It's something to behold that you have all these beautiful flowers and structures in the koi pond, which Melissa, thank you.
Thank you.
When she came on board, because I don't like water features, don't know, and this young lady, hard little worker, just took them over.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
See?
I do love my water features.
She does.
I love it. I want one of those water features in my, on
You
my
can hire
property.
Melissa to take care of it.
I promise you don't. No, but a lot of maintenance.
A lot of maintenance.
So, the gardens in of itself, I know that it's 6.5 acres total, and it has so much to offer. And I tell people, it's the number one thing you should go see if you come to Marion for the first time.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And I have some friends here in town who are realtors, and they're like, Julie, when people come in from out of town, we bring them to the gardens.
Yes.
As they're showing properties here in town, this is one of the places we bring them. So
Perfect.
I know. And then we have Garfield out there, of course, and so that draws people to the gardens. So, yeah.
Well, we can definitely talk more about the features of the gardens, but now that we're kind of learning about each of you, Julie, what are you responsible for out there personally?
Okay, where do we begin?
It would be easier to say, what are we not responsible for?
Yeah,
Which would be
so you do a
nothing.
little bit of everything, right?
As a team, we do.
Yeah.
Yes.
We do. So, we are all interconnected in the
Gotcha.
sense of, in the winter, we start redesigning and planting all the flower beds. And when spring hits, that's when we go out and we prep all the beds.
Yeah.
When they're full of thistles and not looking so pretty, that's when we start there. So, and then you're tilling beds and putting manure and the compost and prepping everything, because when we're ordering the flowers this year, there were 6,500. Am I
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Annuals?
Annuals. And then all the hanging baskets. So that's where we start.
Okay.
So, and it's a lot of taking care of the grounds. We also oversee all the rentals in the garden house or at the pavilion. Again, the list goes on and on. Mowing, string trimming, taking care of all the water features. The girls can pitch in here, but there's just a little bit of everything that we are responsible for. We help with all the events and coordinating, like with the 3rd of July,
Yes.
getting the band, getting, the vendors, which Rose oversaw that. This year, Melissa, she took over Earth Day because Taylor McCoy, who was with us, and we do miss her, that's her favorite day.
Oh, yes, it was.
Oh, yes.
Is.
But so Melissa took that over
Cool.
with vendors. So you're coordinating.
I love that event.
Yeah, you're coordinating.
was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And just other different things at the park that, really doesn't have to do so much with the gardens per se. But like with the new tennis courts that are going in, and the there are new pickleball courts going in as well, but with the new basketball courts and the soccer, tennis, that all was with Julie Moorhead. So that was something that I was coordinating and working with my husband, with Julie. So there's just a little bit of everything.
Yes, and it does go beyond just the garden sometimes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You guys do you have to do anything to maintain Motter Park in addition to the gardens, or is the gardens in of itself enough for the three of you?
More than enough.
Plenty.
And I know we're going to get into it a little bit farther down. But if we didn't have our volunteers...
Yes, absolutely. We were
Oh, my
actually
goodness.
getting there.
So, if you don't mind me mentioning Tom and Cheryl Bell, who oversee the butterfly garden, and Tom, who just...
Is a workhorse.
He is a workhorse. He's there before us, and sometimes leaves after us. He loves the gardens. George and Pat, and they are George and Pat Hill.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. And again, we could not do this without them.
No, we couldn't.
No.
And, you know, from a distance, we still have Doug and Dawn Darga, who this year, before Julia got back, Melissa and I were designing flower beds, and Doug jumped right back in, and Dawn, and they helped us, and we went with the new grower this year. So there's a whole different look out there this year than what we've had in the past. It's more of a cottagey,
Whimsical.
yeah.
Oh,
A lot of
and
fun.
so there's some new fresh designs, or
Yes.
like new kinds of annuals.
Yes.
Different annuals.
A little bit
yes.
of both.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh,
and
very
so, you know, what I love is the people who are involved love the place.
Another volunteer is Chris Mayer.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Chris.
I actually just saw him the other day. He's
Yeah.
so knowledgeable.
Oh,
And
yes, he
he's-
is.
and oh my gosh, he's out there staining every,
Yes.
you know, from the stage to the fence line to steps and the
gazebo.
gazebo and the pavilion. I mean, the list goes on
Yep.
and on and on. And he is out there all the time with us. So
Very cool.
We are incredibly grateful.
Yeah.
So about
we
a
are.
half a dozen committed volunteers, and
Yes.
then
Yes.
you know, you probably have additional volunteers as well.
Occasionally throughout the season, we get people that pop up. Last year, we had a woman. Her name was Pam. She was traveling was she traveling the country?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, she was amazing. She would come in every day and she would just help.
She
And
was
it
just passing
awesome.
through?
Yeah.
Yes.
And she was here for the summer. She left, and we told her at the end she had to come back.
And we haven't seen her.
We haven't seen her. We
That sounds like a
worked her
movie.
too hard.
That sounds like it should be a movie, or maybe she's just making her own little movie.
Yeah, and then we had again the last couple of years, Best One Tires come out.
yes, they
with
helped
their
mulch.
oh my gosh, a
cool.
huge help. I think it was in the fall of last year. I'm not for sure, but my son, who Jack Fauser.
Yay, Jack! I know he's your favorite.
Well, I do. Well, hold on here. Hold on. No, I do love him a lot. But anyway, so he just graduated from Taylor from film school there. I won't go into a whole lot more. But anyway, he
That's
brought.
awesome, though. Taylor,
I
oh
know.
my goodness.
I'm so proud of him. But anyway, so
He's going to be just like his dad.
I know he is. He actually is leaving for Los Angeles next month, and I'm adjusting. So anyway, but I would let you know he brought probably 30 to maybe 40 students from Taylor and
That
helped
was
us.
such an awesome group.
How Marion Works is sponsored by the City of Marion. This podcast covers the inner workings of city government to better serve you.
Oh, they were wonderful. So we have had people, you know, from different, you know, businesses, local, you know, businesses here in town, from schools.
Say Marion High School.
Marion High
there
School.
Was, oh goodness, why can't I think of that? The Christian school.
IWU.
No, they were high schoolers.
Oh, was it Lakeview?
Oh, no.
Lakeview?
Oh, I'm drawing a
or-
blank. Oh,
King's Academy. That's
Yes.
what it was.
King's Academy,
Oh my
Jonesboro,
goodness.
yes.
Oh yes. Yeah.
So-
they were awesome.
yeah. So it's, again, blessing when we have people come out and who want to help. And
Nice.
Yeah, and-
Wow, you could go on and on. Was it the film class that Jack
no,
brought?
actually, it was a lot of people, a lot of the young men who was in his dorm. And
Okay.
some of the young ladies that was in
Aw.
the sister dorm. So,
Nice.
yeah, I mean, it's,
That is so.
yeah.
That's really something special, and you know it makes them feel good. They're helping,
absolutely.
but it really does help you guys.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
I am going to take a real quick break just to tell everyone to stay connected with us by following City of Marion IN on Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, and TikTok, as well as our website cityofmarion.in.gov and the latest communication feature, My Marion app, a free download through your Apple or your Google Play Store. All right, ladies, we're just having so much fun. And since we're talking about like the new look of the gardens, I'm going to have to kind of keep an eye on that new kind of like cottage. Like, wow, I love that. So for our second icebreaker question, what is your favorite flower in the gardens? Melissa.
Well, right now we have a new one that I haven't seen before. They're called Cosmos. They're very light and airy, and they've got just single petals. I think it's like 5 of them. They're very pretty.
What color are they? They're all kinds
They
of
seem
colors?
to range between whites and purples and pinks. They're
neat.
gorgeous.
Cool. Julia?
Right at the moment are snapdragons.
Oh, I love them.
Okay. What do those look like? I can't picture them.
They're more of an upright. The flowers are on the top of the stalk of the plant.
Kind of like a cone.
Kinda.
That's the way I would
And with a
describe it.
snapdragon, if you pinch it in the right spot, its little mouth opens and it looks like a dragon.
Oh, my
That's why they
word.
call them snapdragons.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, yeah. The cosmos that Melissa mentioned and snapdragons are more of an old-fashioned type of plant, along with marigolds and some of the other stuff.
Okay.
And we won't go there with the marigolds.
Yeah, Julie doesn't like those marigolds.
Yeah.
They multiply, don't they?
They stink.
They stink.
They're stinky.
It's an interesting smell.
Oh,
And
I
they're
never
very
realized that.
they're labor intensive because you have to deadhead them to keep them blooming.
Yeah, same with
And-
like petunias. They drive me nuts.
That depends on the variety of petunia.
Variety, okay.
Yes.
But they're
So-
messy. Sometimes they can get
Yeah.
pretty messy. Yeah.
Yeah, but the marigolds, they're just stinky.
Oh, so you like the snapdragons. What
like-
color are the snapdragons?
They're it's just a variety
Wide
of colors.
variety.
There's
Cool.
There's a deep burgundy reddish, orange, pink, peach, white. Don't know that there's really any lavenderish.
There's some paler purples. Right
Kind of
now,
a
my
pinkish
favorite is
purple.
that coral,
Yeah.
yellowy, pinky orange. Oh, I love it.
Yep.
Okay, Julie.
Zinnias.
Zinnias. Oh, okay. They
Love
go.
them.
They're
Love
pretty
them.
tall, right?
Well, there are tall. Yeah, I like the tall ones.
Yeah.
But there are shorter ones.
Nice.
Yeah, so I would say the zinnias this year. And they're all over the gardens.
Yes,
and
they
if,
are.
If you're visiting, go up to the garden house and
Yes.
look at the little white picket fence area there by the patio.
You can't see the picket fence right now because of the profusion of flowers.
Oh, that's my
right.
favorite bed right now.
It is. It's gorgeous. There's some sunflowers. There's a snaps in there. Or do we have snaps in there?
Yes, there's
There's a
snaps.
little bit of everything.
And it is stunning. Salvia
So
around
cool.
the stage bed area.
Verbenas.
Yeah. And then we did,
So if you're out in the gardens and you're trying to locate zinnias, what colors are those?
Again,
Typically.
it's a variety.
Is it really?
Yellows, pinks,
Whites,
white.
oranges.
I mean, it's gorgeous.
And
Yeah.
the thing with this particular variety of zinnias, they're single petals, they're double, some of them are huge, some of them are small.
a
They're
wide
amazing.
range.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if you're
Oh my
visiting,
goodness.
go up to the garden house.
I love it. So, okay, in getting into your day to day, I mean, the challenges that you face are probably just, you only have so much staff. Is that your challenge? Or do you ever struggle with like the money side of it?
We're pretty frugal when we do the ordering for the flowers.
Yes.
We try to keep it within a certain parameter. The budget wise, like I said, we're very aware of the fact that it's taxpayer money, and we want to be respectful of that. It'd be great if we had 2 more full-time people.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen, and we know that. So we
Yeah.
compensate for it.
Rose keeps us in line.
Yes, she does.
She does.
In the
does.
best
Well, you gotta
way.
have somebody.
Well, because
you guys could go crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and Rosie oversees the monies of the Parks Department, so she'll let us know. But
Yeah.
she's super flexible, very supportive.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you have to raise money for every year, or basically do you already have your set budget?
We have a set budget.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just makes it easier. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
if you're trying to raise money while you're doing things, that just it's
But I
so
will. But I
tough.
will. And I apologize for interrupting. But I
That's
will let
okay.
you know the Friends of the Gardens
Yes, please.
with Doug and Dawn and Julie and I and Cheryl and Carol Hamilton and Rob are very generous in the sense of, and I'll say Doug and Dawn. When we wanted to retile the frog fountain, they did that. When we had all the repairs done on Garfield, Friends of the Gardens paid for that.
Wow. Okay.
Doug came in last fall and we did a walkthrough and he's like, do you want to make some changes? And I'm like, well, sure.
Oh, boy, did we make some changes.
But when you're working with Doug,
Be careful what you ask. Right?
yeah.
Now, I will say that with any landscape area, even if it's your home, after a certain number of years, unless you really, really, really want to just let it get out of hand, you do have to go through on occasion and do some improvements, redesigning and whatnot.
Okay.
So this is not an odd thing to do.
Okay.
I mean, that's a normal, the plants have been in there for 15, 20 years. It's time for something different.
Yeah, like
Right,
everything was the hydrangeas were getting so large and kind of swallowing the gazebo.
Right.
And so they had seen their better days.
Yeah.
And so Doug's like, I want to rip these all out. I want to put smaller ones in, which are called bobos. And I'm not sure what the other
I think they're called twist and shouts.
It could be. So, yeah. But so that was one area. Doug's like, let's, make this more maintenance friendly, because we were putting some annuals up on the topper or the top. Whoops, Layla.
I didn't spill it.
But so we did the gazebo area, the big topiary bed, which is where the bunnies sit in the middle of the meadow. We redid all of that. I mean, from
Nice.
top to bottom. And so, to answer your question, Friends of the Gardens has been very supportive and always trying to help. And some of our improvements. So, financially, they've helped us out.
Yeah. I mean, that's awesome. And I already know that you guys get joy from working out there just by working out there and being with each other. I mean, that was going to be a topic, but I mean, it's just like in talking with you, the joy is so prominent.
It is. When I left, I knew that I was leaving the camaraderie and the closeness, not knowing if I was going to find that somewhere else. It did take a while, and I did, but there's nothing like being here in the place that I love, working with Julie again, and getting to work with Melissa. And the three of us have meshed together, jived together, whatever you want to say. I go home at the end of the day, my sides hurt from laughing.
And
Every
it's
day.
not often you wake up every morning looking forward to go to your job because you're with your favorite people.
That's
Absolutely.
great. That's awesome.
And that's 1,000% true.
Well, you guys get, to work out there every single day. But if someone hasn't ever been before, or you're just trying to encourage more visitors to the gardens, can we go over some fascinating things about the gardens? We haven't talked about the butterfly garden yet, the meadow, all its kind of features. So let's kind of get into the butterfly garden. Who would like to talk about that feature?
The butterfly garden was started kind of on just an idea from Tom and Cheryl Bell. And they brought it to Doug because they were part of the garden club. And they're very much involved with raising monarch butterflies. And it just kind of morphed from there very, very quickly. That was not intended.
From a caterpillar to a chrysalis.
Yeah, just kind of morphing there. And it was finished in 2016 along with the meadow. In that first year, due to Tom and Cheryl's diligence and just their love for it, I don't remember how many national and state awards that butterfly garden won in the very first year.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yes.
And why do you think it won the awards? Is it because of the migration program?
Combination
The
of everything.
habitat?
The design of it, the habitat, the amount of different native plants that are host plants for specific butterfly caterpillars, the signage, the knowledge, it just a little bit of everything. It
is really neat.
It is. I hate to keep bringing up Fort Wayne, but you go to Fort Wayne and there's a little butterfly garden here and a little butterfly garden there, and it is nothing. They have nothing up there even remotely like what we have in our butterfly garden. It is truly amazing.
Yeah. So if you're an enthusiast of butterflies, monarch butterflies in particular, go check it out.
Yes.
It's
Well,
part of
there's
the meadow.
a whole lot of butterflies,
A lot of
more
different
than
species.
than the
Yes.
monarchs. There's swallowtails,
I know
all
they-
sorts of swallowtails.
Oh, cool.
The signage that they have out tells you what the plant is. It's a host plant for this, and has pictures, and they're generally out there different times of the day or the evening. They love talking about the butterflies in the garden, and it's a destination.
Yeah.
It really is.
Anybody else want to talk about a fascinating feature that they think is probably like a draw for the gardens?
Well, definitely Garfield. I mean, he's part of the Garfield Trail. I'm not sure where at he falls on said trail, but a lot of people come out looking for him.
Yeah, I think you can just go on your own trail.
And, fair enough.
There's about a dozen throughout Grant County.
Yeah. I talked to a couple yesterday who were looking for the Garfield.
Oh, often.
And it had just started raining, so they were standing in the gazebo. And, of course, I'm standing outside in the rain because that's what we do. So I
Perks of working outside.
Yeah. So it washed all the dirt off. So I pointed and showed them, where to go. And they said that they had just moved here from Michigan. And they didn't know about the park or the gardens.
Okay.
But they were following the Garfield Trail. And they were absolutely stunned by the park, by the gardens, by the entire area. So we had a really nice conversation about that. So Garfield, I mean, he draws people in.
From everywhere.
Yeah. And he's kind of like a fitness Garfield, isn't he? He's like a life.
Well, we changed him up.
Oh, you changed him.
We changed him. Well, it's more of a garden-esque.
Oh,
He's kind of a
Yeah.
farmer now, kind
yeah,
of.
Yeah, we're waiting.
Cool.
We're going to get some butterfly
Decals.
for his bottle. But it was at one time. It had the Marion Giant M
Yeah.
or what. Yeah.
Well, I love that you still have Garfield nonetheless. And then it's right next to a children's garden. Does anybody want to talk about the children's garden? And
The master gardeners of Grant County are the ones that do it. They change it up. They change the theme up every year. And I can't remember what it is this year.
I know I've seen a lot of sun patient and petunias, so it might just be like annuals this year.
I can't remember.
I think you're right. And then there's the garden club who do. They have the red, white, and
The blue star bed?
Yeah,
Blue
the blue
star
star bed.
bed,
So
and,
they do that, and then the bed right next to the gazebo.
Yes.
So they come out and take care of that, and plant it, and
okay, so did we cover everything? Because there's like a meadow pavilion that has an outdoor kitchen. That kind of segues really well into what is rentable and within the gardens. So I know that for weddings, I mean, you guys are booking out in 2028, 2029. I mean, it's crazy.
yeah. So we have the garden house, and then we have our 40 by 60 tent. That's seats over about 200 to 225. It's just dependent upon how tight they want to sit together.
Yeah, how much they like each other. Yeah.
So, in the stage area, which we just got the new, permanent stage top, which is nice.
It looks awesome.
Thank you. And again, the pavilion.
Yes.
And then also the grounds. So it's just depending upon, we have different packages, different prices. And so, yeah, that's about what's rentable.
And so if we even have on our website a gardens page. So if you just click the Parks and Recreation quick link on our homepage, you'll see the gardens and you'll see all of those different rentable opportunities. Julie, there are social pages. Does anybody want to talk about the social page, the Facebook, basically any way that the community can stay connected and know what you guys are talking about? I know there's a Facebook page.
Yes.
Yeah, we use the Facebook page mainly.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's Gardens of Monteiro Park.
Great. So
Yeah.
that's pretty easy. I know that you guys are active with that. Who mainly posts on that page?
It ranges between the three of us and then Rose, Kadena, and Kira up in the office. So pretty much the five of us.
Yeah.
It alternates.
And that is a cool page because you'll get to dig into maybe whether it's species, kind of gets into either the fish or the different things that are just happening in the gardens that you normally wouldn't know about. So
Absolutely.
And then you like to cross promote as well with the Parks and Recreation page.
For sure.
So is there anything that the community needs to know that we haven't covered yet?
Well, I just want to give a shout out to Mike Patowski.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
I know that with the gardens, we take care of that area, but Mike takes care of the rest of the park, which is
One man.
One man.
Oh, cool.
Now the other guys at the street department, they're great. They come out,
absolutely. They
if
help.
if we need anything. But on a daily, Mike is out there making that park look amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted to say a thank you to him.
Yeah.
Because he is
A workhorse.
He is a workhorse.
He's a machine.
We call him a machine because, and if there's anything we ever need, if we don't know, he's always very helpful.
More than willing to
Absolutely.
help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yep.
So is there anything else that we haven't covered yet? I mean, goodness. Did you guys have fun on the podcast?
Had a great time.
Yeah.
I'm not as nervous as when we first started.
Good. Well, maybe. See, thank you. I told you. You know, people are comfortable talking about things that they know, and
Yeah,
then you're
understandable.
also with your favorite people.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
Thank you, ladies.
Go team.
I certainly had fun. I love to talk about the gardens. You know, just head out there. I know that there are some events that are still coming up. By the time this podcast airs, it'll be either August or close to August around that time. And so I know that we have some things coming up that beyond there, I don't know if you'd like to talk about, but actually, would you like to recap the 3rd of July event? I mean, you guys have a lot to be proud of from that event.
Great event.
It was.
It was a beautiful turnout.
Yeah.
Yes, it was such a fun evening. I'm glad that the community came out and from the fireworks to the entertainment to all the vendors and the inflatables, and it was
awesome.
It was spectacular. It really was, and it took a team beyond us, the three of us.
Absolutely.
Again, Mike, Randy, his team of guys,
Rose with all the vendors.
Rose with all the vendors. I mean, it was all of us when you have such a big event like that. And we're hoping with our music festival that we'll have the same kind of turnout.
I was very impressed with the Blue Water Kings band.
Oh, they were
had 15 people in their band, or 12 to 15 people. It was unbelievable. It was so entertaining, and they're so talented.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I actually got their name because they're playing at my daughter's wedding in September.
Cool.
And so Kiki's like, Mom, you should, think about them for the 3rd. And so we were, I talked to the mayor, and the mayor actually knew some of the band members. So that was, that worked out great. Nice. And so I think it was just a very successful evening, but it's great to, like I said, work with these gals, have the support of City Hall and our mayor. And so, everything kind of falls into place, and we get a successful event like that. So,
Right. And I know that you guys will be involved with this Amplify Marion coming up on October 18th and 19th.
Yes.
And we will be using the gardens as a pretty significant portion of the Amplify Marion event. It goes out into Monteiro Park in that big bowl area across from the tennis courts.
Yes.
But it's going to be really cool to have a couple of smaller stages, more intimate stages in the gardens, and with some craft vendors. It's going to be a kind of a really cool setting that we're all looking forward to, and inching closer and closer logistics wise. And if you'd like to find out more about Amplify Marion, you can just go to amplifymarion.live, and you'll see all of the information that we've posted. And so, I think this has been awesome. And pay attention to the gardens page, Gardens of Monteiro Park. And it's just been a real pleasure to have all of you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks so much for having us.
It's been a lot of fun.
Well, enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully you don't get rained on, and even if you do, hey, whatever, just play in the
will
rain,
love it.
right?
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for tuning in to the How Marion Works podcast. Follow us on social media, listen on Apple, Spotify, and all other major podcast platforms. Episodes release every other Monday at 5 a.m., so follow us on your favorite platform and know when they launch. All shows are found at howmarionworks.com. For Julie Fauser, Julia Glessner, and Melissa Rogers, I'm Layla Price-Bodkin, and this is How Marion Works. We will see you next time. Thank you for listening to the How Marion Works podcast. We hope you'll join us next time.